Hello, guys, and good morning. Welcome to another episode of House Hunting in Bulgaria. Today, we are going to explore some villages. I am in Svetlina, in the Burgas area, in the foothills of Strandzha. Before we go explore the villages that are on the way to Burgas, I would like to tell you just a few facts about the village, the region, and Strandzha because I think they are super interesting for you to know, just in case you are interested in purchasing property around here. All right, so let's begin. So first, a few words about Svetlina. This is a village, I would say, of medium to small size, about 40 minutes outside of Burgas, in the Burgas region, between Yambol and Burgas on the main road, which for the most part, from Sredets to Burgas is okay. From Yambol to here, in some parts, it's horrible, but they are renovating it, so we have our hopes up. So good. We are on the foothills of Strandzha region, not super close to it, but also not far. Behind me, there's just fields and forests, and it's not very densely populated, which I really like. And I will tell you a bit about Strandzha in a few moments. What I like about this village is that it's not very dense, so it's quite spread out. So you have a lot of space and a lot of houses have like a really nice view of the countryside. You have the sheep here, you have the cows here. It's very quiet except for the dogs that are barking pretty much 24/7. Right now they are quiet and that's very unusual. The closest town here is Sredets, which is about, I think, 8 kilometers, and there you have pretty much everything. Here in the village there is a small shop, but it's super basic, so only when you run out of milk, sugar, something like that, you can get it here. But otherwise Sredets has everything, has gas stations, has a post office, has, name it, it's there. It's a very dry climate here. I've been here for a month, and yesterday was the first time that it rained, and I think that was the first rain in like 2 months. It does get a little bit windy. I think here the Midland climate meets the Black Sea climate, so it kind of mixes and you get like quite a lot of wind here, which in summer is nice. In winter, I don't know how it is. And yeah, there's quite some empty houses here in the village that I've seen. It's the village is a mix of really nice places that people renovated and a bit like run down, this like red brick, really basic houses. My owners here said that, yeah, it's a gypsy village. I don't know. I don't like to specify like that because I don't know, to me, like I've seen some like really gypsy villages, and yeah, they seemed a lot more rough and or like trashy, if I can say that. So here, yeah, I would say it's quite nice. A bit about Burgas region. So the main town is Burgas, and it's quite famous because it's on the Black Sea coast. It's a popular place to come for summer vacation. There's a lot of expats there. There you have pretty much anything, any shop, anything you desire. I usually go to get Wi-Fi and to go shopping to Lidl. So like I said, it's 40 minutes away. This is the 4th biggest city in Bulgaria, and basically it stretches all the way south to the Turkish border, and some of the coastline down south I went, and I love it because a lot of it is under the Strandzha Natural Park, so it's protected. So there is no big hotels, nothing crazy. It's raw, beautiful nature. So I highly recommend, if you come to the Black Sea coast and you want wilderness and pure nature, go south. And yeah, it's very popular for historical towns like Nesebar and Sozopol. I visited Nesebar, and I have to say I was disappointed because I know it used to be a beautiful historical town, but now it's over touristed and pretty much everything there is catered to modern tourists. There's a lot of things that are just like made in China, and yeah, I don't know, I wasn't impressed. I would much prefer it if they kept it like simple and maybe enforce like more traditional crafts and traditional restaurants and things like that. But yeah, to each their own. Like I rather go to a small fishing town than to go to like a really touristy place like that. So it's nice to visit, cute, but after 15 minutes I wanted to leave, to be honest. Yeah, just my opinion. And just a few words about the Strandzha region, because I think it's super interesting. I didn't know anything about it before I came here. My owners told me one of the reasons why they purchased this property and this house is because of the proximity of Strandzha region. Strandzha is a natural park, so like I said, it's protected. But why it is like so different or like so special is because this area is actually one of the few or one of the rare areas that didn't freeze during the last ice age. What that actually means is the whole memory and everything, like the flora, the fauna, everything about this place was preserved. Like it didn't die during the ice age, and that is like really special. And there is also a lot of folk customs and culture here, a lot of mysticism, a lot of different rituals, and yeah, you can see here the very famous Bulgarian dancing on live embers. So that's one of the things that is like really special here. But you also have like a lot of ruins, a lot of sanctuaries, a lot of forts from Thracians. Like they're all over the place, and they are really famous, especially around Malkotarnovo, which is almost like at the border with Turkey. And that is another place that I really want to go and explore. So I think in one of my future videos, I'm gonna take a road trip and just go explore the Strandzha and all this area. I can't now because I'm responsible for the garden that you see in the back, and it's so hot and dry that if I leave it for more than 2 days, it will die. So yeah, I guess that's it about this whole area. Like I said, it's a really interesting area that maybe for some who are looking for something different, for something more mystical, yeah, if you're into that kind of like more spiritual stuff, maybe this region is actually something that can offer you like a nice atmosphere. I would say this place, like I've been here for a month now, has a very different energy from any other place that I've been. It's really interesting. It's a nice, relaxing energy, but I feel like there is something boiling underneath. You know, like something happened here, I know. And my owners said that they feel exactly the same thing. Like there is something here, like an energy that is like kind of almost like a sleeping energy, but like very fiery, very like, yeah, very interesting. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, come and explore this region. Hello peeps, I am leaving Burgas. I was here for internet, uploading videos, and I jumped into the water, got some beach time. The beach is actually not so bad here, but yeah, let's get going, let's go explore. We are going to stop in a town on the way to Svetlina, Konstantinovo. It's set on a lake, so I'm really interested to see how it is. Right, just a short drive from Burgas. We are in Konstantinovo. Let's go check it out. Have a little cafe place, Hunters Club, and then a little church. And then I think that's the municipality building. Cute. The lake is somewhere there, if you can see it, but also the main road. So I think with all the lorries, you can actually hear a lot of the traffic here. First impression, I thought it would be way more like upscalely, just because of the proximity of Burgas. I see also quite a lot of abandoned houses. There's a little playground. Wow, completely new fitness, outside fitness. Nice. This looks like a little shop and bar. I'm not sure if it's working or not. Looks closed. Something that resembles a school. So basically I'm just walking kind of like the main street, but it's quite a big village. It's kind of like on two hills. Okay, if you're a pensioner, they have a club for you here. Nice. I think this is maybe kind of main square. Oh, you can see the lake. Yeah. Yeah, the streets just go on and on and on. Then you can go down to the other hill. I think the houses up there might have a really nice view of the lake over there. Yeah, even the houses here. A little chicken looks lost. But yeah, not too bad. If you want to be in the proximity of water, I think it would be really interesting to see how much real estate cost here. I might take a look at home and report on that, just because, yeah, it's so close to Burgas. Like literally 15-minute drive, and then you have this lake, which I'm not sure if it's swimmable. But, you know, anyway, it's a nice view to have a lake in front of your house. I'm in the next village called Debelt. Debelt. There's an archaeological site here, so there's some ruins, archaeological ruins. So it's known for that, I guess. Otherwise, looks quite interesting. Okay, I arrived to the main square, and we have, I guess, two markets here, and a bar, some chairs, coffee, железарна, so like, how do you translate that? A shop for like tools and stuff. Not sure what this is, maybe like a bus station, and maybe like school and thing. I completely underestimated how big this village is, because from the main road, yeah, it doesn't look big at all. But it's very spread out, and yeah, lots of buildings again. So these are not like idyllic villages that I'm looking for with old traditional houses. I think these houses are a lot more new. There's like even an apartment block over there behind me. The reason why I haven't really gone a lot to explore here is because these type of villages are maybe not exactly what I'm looking for, but since I'm still in the region, I just want to show you around how it looks like, because maybe somebody wants to be in the proximity of the sea, because this is all very, very close to it. But probably because the villages aren't like these traditional historical places, the real estate is probably not as expensive. So and it looks like it's very busy. There's a lot of people here. So I think yeah, if you want a big community, if you want it to not be like empty like I'm looking at, then this could actually be something to think about. Yeah, you could say it looks a little bit rough, but I've seen worse. I think the location here is pretty good. Yeah, it just depends what you want. Okay, there's 2 more villages I want to go check out, so let's continue towards Sredec. I'm in the village Dyulevo now. Too bad I had people driving behind me. I would otherwise make some videos on the way, because the drive was actually really nice from the main road that goes from Sredec to Burgas. You go off the main road and you drive through these like fields and little hills, and it's really nice because everything now is like golden, and there's a lot of farms. But yeah, this village looks quite promising. Well, it's actually quite a big town. It's not just a village. When I was driving towards the center of the town, there were so many closed, empty, like shops and restaurants. Yeah, it's a little bit sad to see that, you know, all these buildings, all these things that used to cater to the people living here are now closed because there's not enough people, I guess. Yeah. Lots got closed after communism shut down. Some things are getting done though. Some. Yeah, what I liked about this village when I was driving, and you could see from afar that it's very green. Lots of trees. The houses are not so close together. They're a little bit more spread out, similar to how it is in the village where I'm staying in Svetlina. But yeah, people are doing stuff. It's happening. It's interesting because in the previous 2 villages, I didn't really like the vibe so much. In this one, the atmosphere is it's very different. Oh, here is one hidden behind all those trees. And I can't really explain it. It's not that it's anything particularly wrong, but it's just a feeling that you get when you arrive to a place. I don't know, I'm very susceptible to like energies of places and people, so yeah, this place feels more relaxed and just nicer. Yeah, some really nice places, inhabited, lots of people outside, so I can't really film their houses. The only thing I want to say is the road from Burgas to here is fine. Only through the village is like, it's disaster. So, yeah, that's one thing to know. This place looks more like I thought Konstantinovo would look like. Just, yeah, much nicely done. People have flowers outside their houses and fountains and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, cute. See, they also just redone fountain for water. Compared to Svetlina where I'm staying, this is much bigger, but then Yeah, it also looks a little bit more nicely done. It's not as rough. They actually have paved roads, even though they're full of holes. But here in Svetlina, most roads are just a dirt road. So these are very upscale places. I'm absolutely boiling. The car says now 35 degrees. I don't know. I thought today is not gonna be that hot, but so I think this was it for now. I did miss one village that I wanted to see on the way, but I made a wrong turn, so I might do it another day and just put it in this video. Recap coming up. Back at the house in Svetlina. So to just sum it up a little bit, yeah, these are definitely not the idyllic, traditional, cute little Bulgarian towns, which I many times show you, because that's kind of like my ideal place where I want to live. Minus being it like a protected historical area or like a historical town with a certain status when you cannot really do anything and it's just too touristy. No, this is a very interesting and very particular area, so it's not gonna be for everyone, of course, but like I said, I just wanted to show you how the area looks like. And a while ago, I said in one of my video, I said that most of Bulgaria looks like a desktop picture for your computer. And someone commented, that is true, except for the area between Yambol and Burgas, which is this area where I'm staying and where I showed you today. And I don't know, I kind of have to disagree, because for me, like, even these like low hills and farmland like this, like true countryside with these agricultural little pieces and farms and cows and sheep and all that, to me that also is quite idyllic and is something that I could totally get on board. Not totally get on board, I would love it. Like, I actually really love it when the shepherd passes with his sheep here, and where I can see cows in the distance. And so yeah, I hope that you found this video interesting, that you learned something new, and maybe you found your area. If you have any questions about it or anything, just you know what to do. Comment and I'll try to hook you up with some answers. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope it cools down, because this is getting insane. Alright, stay cool. Bye, see you next time. Oh, and the sunsets here in this region